What's up, everybody? This is Eric the Tech Preacher from AskEazyComputerSolutions. So, welcome to another episode of No Fluff, No Passes, where we put a device on the chopping block and see if it's worthy of your mighty dollar. Today's episode, guys, I have the Razer Phone 2. This device is strange. The whole concept, the company, everything in between is strange. And I made a lot of videos about this device, praising it, but it's on the No Fluff, No Passes. So let me give you my thoughts. And is this phone in 2020 worthy of your mighty dollar? So sit back and relax and get your popcorn ready and follow me on this journey. Let's go.
Downtown, I got that heat, let's go.
What's up, guys? This is Eric back with another video. So welcome to another episode of No Fluff, No Passes, where we take a device and put it on the chopping block and see if it's worthy of your mighty dollar. I got the Razer Phone 2. And this device has been my love-hate child. I love the concept, but I hate the long term. Let's go to explain. Let's talk about the specs of this device. This phone came out in 2018 with a 5.72-inch Quad HD display, Snapdragon 845 processor, 8 gigs of RAM. Got a 4,000 milliamp battery. This is supposed to be a win-all, be-all gaming device. So when the Razer Phone 1 came out, I was intrigued about it back in 2017. I passed on that device. I was about to get that phone, but when the Razer Phone 2 came out, I was like, cool. I like this Razer Phone concept. And you know, the design was bold, it's big. It's not a design that people liked. But it was bold and big. That's the concept of the company, that they had big ass bezels, they had front facing speakers, it was bold, it was heavy, but it was all about gamers. This device was all about gamers. With its traditional 16:9 aspect ratio, this phone was all about gamers. But let's go to fast forward to 2020. This phone right now that came out in 2018 pretty much lost its support. We thought that we was going to see a Razer Phone 3 in 2019, which didn't happen. And now in mid-2020, as of me recording this video, it's no parts of a Razer Phone 3 that's coming out. Not only that, but this device is still stuck on Android 9, but we do got March security patch on it. But how has it aged over time? How has it aged over time? No Android 10. Now we're about to hit Android 11 in about 2 or 3 months. This device, and as I went on Twitter and I'm looking at the websites and trying to see if this device will get Android 10, it's no word from the company that this device will get Android 10. Now I did see a tweet possible that this device was going to get Android 10, but no parts of anything else after that tweet. This device is getting Android 10. So I look at this phone with no support, no Android 10. Yes, it's getting security patches up to March. All right, now as of me recording this video, we're in June. So it did not get May security patch and stuff like that. So is this device done? Pretty much. Look, let's talk about the cameras for a second. The cameras on here is no dice. I've made a couple of videos about this phone. The cameras is subpar at best. So again, most of your gaming phones don't have good cameras, and this one here doesn't have good cameras. As far as everything else, speed, everything, you find 845, 8 gigs of RAM. But as far as the future, this phone is not future proof. And so when I make videos like No Fluff, No Passes, I get frustrated because I'm going back reviewing older devices that cost a lot of money back in the day. And you know, companies make a lot of promises that we're going to support the device, and this is what's going to happen, and this is going to be a fantastic phone, and it's future proof because we're going to put all the specs in it. But come to find out, they lied to you. This is one of the reasons why a lot of people gravitate to Samsung and gravitate to Apple. because of the support factor, because of the bug fixes, because of the longevity, because of the successors that you're gonna get with devices. This phone here, it doesn't have a successor. So when you look at the Razer Phone 2 in 2020, even though in 2018, this was one of my favorite phones, even in 2019, it was a great phone, and it's still good to play games on it and everything in between. But, you know, I feel some kind of way when we recommend phones or we say how good phones are, and then when I do my long-term reviews on them, when I get them and I try to update them and I try to work with them for a little while to see if it's better than the last time I reviewed it, and it's no hope, then you go do your research and you go online to try to see if it's going to be a successor, or see if this device is slated to get Android 10. See if this device is going to get any future support. And when you don't see that, it's hard to recommend a device. It's hard to recommend a lot of devices as far as long term, you know. So when I make videos about devices, and I've been going back all the way back to 2017 and 2018, getting about old devices and re-reviewing them to see how they've aged over years. Because that's the point, right? Just say you bought a Galaxy S20. You want to have that phone for 3-4 years, and you want to have the support. And that's the whole thing, bug fixes and support security patches. This is what you look for, enhancements and bug fixes to make the device better. And we don't get that out of some of the devices. Now, a lot of y'all guys might say, well, easy. There's a lot of phones in 2018 that does not have Android 10. The Samsung Galaxy Note 9 have Android 10. You have a lot of phones in 2018 got Android 10. OnePlus devices got Android 10. You got a lot of devices got Android 10. In 2018, when this phone came out, I love the concept. I love the ambitions. I love what Razer was trying to bring to the table. But when you fast forward into 2020, this phone right here is, to me, got to be on the chopping block. It's a phone that I probably won't recommend. It's no successor, it's no support, no Android 10. I mean, a lot of people might say, well, I'm not worried about Android 10. Well, if that's the case, go ahead on and get the phone. For me, when I do long-term reviews on devices, I want to see how they've aged, if they get the next iteration of Android. You pay a lot of money for these phones and they don't get no support. They make a lot of promises. They throw a lot of specs in there. But at the end of the day, they don't support their devices, and we hold their feet to the fire. And this is what I do on this YouTube channel. We hold their feet to the fire. So the Razer Phone 2, as good as it is, I mean, you can play games on it. It plays it very well. 120 hertz display, everything else in between. It's a big, bulky, heavy body style, 16:9 aspect ratio. The design of it is way outdated. The operating system on here is outdated. So at the end of the day, if you want to get a Razer Phone 2 at about $100, that's all this phone is worth. It's about $100. I wouldn't pay nothing over a penny over $100 for this phone in 2020. This is Eric from AskEazyComputerSolutions. Again, another episode of No Fluff, No Passes. This phone right here is down for the chopping block. I can't recommend it in 2020. Now you'll see it in up and coming videos because I like to use the 120 hertz test between this device and other devices. But as far as the, support, nah. This phone here, nah, it's done. And that's unfortunate because I really do like this phone. But at the end of the day, 2020, it's time to move on. This is Eric. See you guys on the next video. Peace.